Hi, welcome everyone. This is Capital T.
Yes.
And this is the Gross Oversight.
And we're once again doing a Warcraft 1 multiplayer battle. And this time it's from Zach's, aka the Gross Oversight. It's from his view. His name is hilarious. So he's going to be doing the main commentary this time, and as you can see, he's playing the orcs, or the humans. I'm so used to saying orcs. He's playing the humans, and I'm the orcs, and I'm in the bottom middle. So here, Zach, take it away.
Okay, so this time around, we're playing forest map, as you can see, and which is really handy because building a base fast requires a lot of wood right away. So as you can see, I've got 3 peasants already on wood and 2 over on gold. Now, I don't know what James's strategy was here yet.
I had 4 on gold right away and 1 on wood, and I quickly moved up to 2 on wood and then 4 on gold, and just kind of went equal until I had about 6 on wood and about 10 or 11 on gold. So I had oh, there's our first grunt. We had a bit of a switch there. It's going to be switching a lot. This was a 23-minute game, and we had to get it down to 10 minutes, so we're just going to include the most interesting parts. And another switch coming up soon after I run away and kind of come back and... Yeah, I think he kills my grunt. Alright, here's another switch, so we'll give it back to Zach.
Okay, and now we're at the next combat, I do believe. This is where James discovers the corridor right on the approach to my base. So he's got a catapult and a limited half my army. Catapults are bitches. Anyway, so I've got a mill. I'm working on my second barracks, trying to pump out as many archers as possible. Rebuild the army that I have left, and James is now discovering shortly the range of the catapult. And oh, there goes my last archer. And I'm just moving people away, hoping he doesn't stop me.
Work complete.
I've got a few upgrades already. And oh, here we go. Here comes the next attack. James has the upper hand because he's eliminated my army here. And what were you thinking, James?
Well, I saw that, I hit you with that catapult and destroyed most of your forces, so I figured let's try to blow up a few of his buildings while I have the upper hand in grunts, because grunts generally aren't very effective. But I figured if I could take down your mill, I'd stop you from advancing a little, and I'd have a bit of the upper hand. Also, I knew you didn't know where my base was, and I had to play offensively because I had such a good little corridor with my catapult there, so it was good stuff. Yeah, here you go.
We've leaped forward in time once more to the next attack. I tried pulling out James's catapult with a catapult of my own, but I was overpowered. I can see James is coming, so I've lined my troops up in between the buildings, hoping to build a nice, well, hold him off. And that catapult strike right there is what decides this. And now I'm going to try and get rid of that catapult once more. Now, by this point, at the start of the game, I had trouble getting my mill out, and that catapult's range is just so irritating, which is why I'm getting rid of it. Anyway, I had trouble getting my mill out in the first place, so James had the upper hand on his first attack, as well as that catapult strike. God damn it. Anyway, I'm not sure where James's base is. On my mini-map, I had noticed that he had cut down some trees. I think we've leaped forward again. Yes. James has now warlocks and is poisoning my catapults, which doesn't really make sense, but whatever.
Yeah. I knew he had 3 catapults. You can see we're just kind of duking it out with our catapults over that little tree line. I knew if he cut that down or got anywhere really close to that, I would lose my upper hand. And as you can see, Zach's gold mine has collapsed, and he doesn't have anyone anymore in sight. In fact, I don't think he finds another gold mine for the rest of the game, which is a real shame. We actually we've gone forward in time a bit again, but we actually later on we cheated and looked where the gold mine was, and it was in the top middle where he hasn't explored. And I'll put a little arrow on that in the when I put it on YouTube. So this is getting close to the end. This is, I think, about 2/3 of the way through the game, and I have about 12 raiders at the bottom, and he has a good line of knights, and we're just kind of at a standstill here. Neither of us wants to attack, because if either one of us attacks, then we lose the defensive advantage. So yeah, what were you looking for with your? Why were you just randomly harvesting wood here, Zach?
I figured because I had seen this entire tree line, you were on the other side, and I didn't want to go through your raider line. which you can see in the bottom left is a little tiny red dot. There's about at least 8 of them there. So I was hoping to find an alternate way through the forest to attack you from the rear. The rear is always a good place to have an offensive thrust. And that was my strategy here. I was hoping to make my remaining gold go as far as possible. There's my knight and archer line. It's a good defensive thing. And I'm trying to get through the forest line. Okay, so James, what's happening now?
Well, I've actually found 2 more gold mines, and if you look right there where that spearman has died, my gold mine was actually right next to that. So when you started chopping through that bit there, I figured you had found out where my gold mine was and you were trying to attack me there. So I instantly brought up a catapult to try to get rid of your workers, and luckily you saw it before I got to fire. That was lucky for you, and you brought up your catapults. But pretty much I found 2 gold mines, and on the far right I was attempting to chop through the wood line there because I didn't know that you had no more gold. I figured that you were still pumping up knights and that we were relatively even in military strength. So other than that, like you said, I have wizards. I did build a necrolite temple, but I never actually used it. I might have built one eventually, but I was going to just do farsight. As you can see, I'm trying to kill your workers who are chopping wood because I thought you were getting ready for a big attack. And if you looked there where you just sent your guys to harvest, that's where I was kind of coming through, but I only had 1 spearman there. So, oh, that poor footman, that poor bastard. Alrighty, so what's going on with you at this point, Zach? Give us a run through of what you're thinking.
My lord.
Well, as you noticed, I've moved my forces. I was hoping maybe to strike through. When I noticed that bit over there, I was hoping maybe to help him finish it, and I would attack into the rear of the base. Unfortunately, as I did do this, as you can see, James can see where my forces were massed and notices that they've all pulled out and is wondering what's going on. So shortly we should see, if you look at the bottom left of the minimap there, his forces are just going to ride up into my base. He has broken through the tree lines, sent his spearmen to explore. And I do believe it's right when he notices, it's when he notices that I've attacked there and know what's happening that he sends his forces up. Now.
My lord.
I actually waited because I wanted to make sure he wasn't trying to draw me into his base and then hit me with a large force. Like I said, I didn't know he had no other gold mine, so I was wary that he had some sort of trap waiting in his base for my force. So I wanted to make sure all of his men were up there before I attacked, which is why I waited. But as you can hear, my men are destroying his base. They're just blowing it up as quickly as possible. My full army was there, essentially. It was about 12 raiders. And I knew that if he was going to get into my base, it had very little defense. And so I figured I had to kill as much as possible before I had to come back and defend it. But once again, remember, I had figured that he had another gold mine and he was going to have more forces than he did.
Once again, earlier we mentioned that there was a gold mine up in the top middle. If I had noticed this game would have been a lot different, and James's suspicions would have been confirmed. As I'm here just trying to do as much damage as possible, hopefully maybe draw him away from what's remaining of my base. Of course, his still going economy allows him to just train defenders here to end my army. So this is the beginning of the end. Actually, it's about the middle of the end, but whatever.
My lord.
This is how it ends with my force. And they're riding back now to finish me off. I was hoping to get in, maybe hit up his blacksmith, which is a nice thing to destroy. And I've left my peasants lying about randomly, waiting for death. I've got 2 farms. Oh, 1 farm, make that. And now my forces spread out into space camp.
So this is a victory for me, and good game to Zach, aka the gross oversight.
And a good game to James as well, the capital T.
So thank you once again for watching, and we'll see you whenever we see you next. You can watch the last 20 seconds, and I kill the rest of his base. Alright, talk to you later.